Well, it's time. Amazon released a new 8-inch Fire Tab HD. It's the refresh on the one that came out in 2022. And once again, it's just a fantastic little device. I love the couple of improvements that Amazon made. It's not a huge upgrade over the previous one, but I do like the performance a heck of a lot better on this one. I like this part even better. $100 regular price, okay? Which I think it might actually be worth that. Especially when you look at the landscape, you look at the other tablets out there, $100, nice portable tablet that does the job. I think that's worth it. However, like with all these other tablets that Amazon has, every single year, $54 on Black Friday sale, $54. It'll be on sale for Prime Day, so if you missed the Black Friday sale, Prime Day will be up. I'm sure part of the holiday season, this thing will be on sale for $54. But $54, buy two. They're that good. It's unbelievable the value that you could get. Now you're in the Amazon ecosystem. There are some limitations, but for that kind of money, you forget about it and you just enjoy what this thing actually does. Let's talk about the external changes. Number one, they went to a textured plastic on the back, which I like because the plastic that they were using, the finish on it was just too slippery. It was very slippery. It's easy to drop. It's still just a little plastic shell. That's good for kids, though. You can throw it around a little bit, and it's got the kids software on there that you can put it in there. It limits the internet and some of the things that you can do to keep a kid safe. But I really like the little bit of texture there. Makes it look a little bit more premium, or a little nicer, I should say. And it just has a nice feel to it. Emerald, this is the color emerald. I like a little deeper saturated green. They also have the hibiscus, which I think they've had for a while, and a black one as well. Here's the trick that you're going to want to pay attention to. Link in the description, by the way, does help the channel. The performance has improved over the one from 2022. The 32 gig model comes with 3 gigs of RAM. The 64 gigabyte model comes with 4 gigs of RAM. So now that's $84. Do you need it? If you're going to keep it for a few years, if it's the only tablet, if you're using it a lot for work, if you're using it a lot for a bunch of different things, maybe you want to spring for the extra. It's still less than it would be regularly, and that might be worth it to you. However, the performance that I got for what I want to use it for was just fine with the 3 gigabytes. But I am happy about the increased RAM because it makes all the difference in the world. This tablet now is nice on Silk browser. You could browse smoothly. It's not going to freeze up every 2 seconds. The gaming performance was the one that I was shocked by. Now, it's not doing the processing on device, but I was able to hook up Luna to this. You had to download Luna, the Amazon gaming app, power it up, connect my Ubisoft account, connect a Bluetooth Xbox controller, and within a few minutes, it took a couple minutes to load up. Within a few minutes, I was playing X-Defiant with no problems. And even though the screen was a little small and it was tough to see people on the display, the performance and the input and everything wasn't that bad. It wasn't like there was a huge input lag where I couldn't play a first-person shooter streaming on my Amazon tablet. That's pretty good. Now think of the things that all have to be working there at the same time. Bluetooth, streaming, Wi-Fi, the processing, the display, the app. Oops, like so many things have to be going right there. And it worked. And it was a really nice experience overall. Instagram has always been a good experience on these. Let's go ahead and power it up. Just a really nice overall experience, as I didn't do it earlier. But you could go through here. Listen, it's good on here. Oh, is the scrolling the smoothest in the world? No, but the experience is pretty good. And you get a nice big screen experience for Instagram. Same thing with TikTok. HBO Max worked fine. The YouTube app is what it is. It's not the full YouTube app. Yes, you could sideload if you want to do that. I don't do that. 95% of the people don't do that. But you can do it if you want. But email, office stuff, minor stuff that you want to do on here, it's just a great experience. I was watching the display. It's the same display, I believe, as the one from 2 years ago. The 800 by 1200. It's not the most detailed display in the world. It's not the brightest display in the world. It's an okay panel. But I was watching Skyfall on it early for work. I had to go through and timestamp when James Bond was using a phone for Android police. It was great. It was a decent little experience. I put it on a stand. I had it underneath my monitor while I was working. I liked it. Don't forget, you don't have to have the most high resolution in the world or the highest resolution in the world on an 8-inch display. It doesn't have to be. The 800, it works fine. It looks great. The two top firing speakers are okay. Not the greatest sound in the world. Gets loud enough. I was able to watch the movie and to get the experience. You get the experience. The amount of things that you could do and the versatility on this device makes sense for $54. Makes sense for $100. The fact that it does so many things adequately. And, let's not go crazy and say everything's, done well and it's fast and it's snappy and it's the greatest display in the world. It's not. That's never what these Amazon tablets have been about. It's about giving you versatility. It's about giving you different ways of doing things and apps and reading your content and books and watching videos and movies, playing games in an inexpensive package that is not horrible to use. And that's the theme that I come back to with this. There have been times where gaming or whatever on the 7-inch and 8-inch tablets, the experience hasn't been the best. They've made the experience on the 10-inch tablets a lot better, but the 8-inch tablets still were lacking sometimes in power. It wasn't the smoothest experience. Not the case with this one. Pretty darn good for the money that you're paying. So there's a lot of things you could do. You could have it as a show. You could use it as an Echo Show, set it up in your kitchen, set it up in the living room, set it up with the name that I won't use as the light goes out because we're a professional operation here. Set it up with the name that I won't use. You know what? It starts with an A, to control your home and everything else that you do. It was just a really, really good experience on this. Now, battery life, excellent as well. I would say about, if you're watching movies straight, you're going to get about 10 hours of video playback, but you're going to, gaming, cut that in half, be about 5 hours, it seemed like the drain. And then if you use mixed use and stuff like that back and forth, you probably could get to that 12 and 13 hour number that Amazon promises. But at the end of the day, it really just comes down to spending that $54 and getting one of these. If you have, this is one, normally I don't recommend upgrades from only 2 years ago. And if you're just watching and you're streaming stuff and that's all you do is you're watching movies on it, then you really don't have a reason to upgrade from the one from 2 years ago. But that still has a nice display. It's the same display. Really not, you still got the same kind of speaker setup and you really aren't going to notice a lot of difference there unless you're noticing lag. But if you're a gamer, if you want to take something like this on the go, if you want to do it for productivity, that's been a theme for Amazon this year. Productivity, the 10-inch tablet. You got the keyboard now, you got the pen. There's a lot of things that Amazon is going towards, making these more versatile and diversifying what you could do with the Amazon tablets. You've got expandable storage up to 1 terabyte. You got a headphone jack. There's just so many things on this thing that are crammed in for the money that you pay that it's really just a phenomenal deal. So if you've been eyeing one of these for that money, they're almost an impulse purchase, right? They're almost an impulse purchase at $54. But if you're looking at Black Friday sales, they are live now. Like I said, link in the description does help the channel. If you were wondering what the review on this one, the review's positive. I was really just pleased all day when I was just sitting there, and whatever I would do with it, it did it well. If I wanted to watch a movie, it was fine. Wanted to play a game, it was fine. I was playing Fallout New Vegas on here through the Luna app, just actually on the screen, without the Bluetooth controller. You could hook up the Bluetooth controller. I had that. The biggest thing that I have issues with any sort of streaming game or cloud gaming or any of those services is the input lag, especially for first-person shooters and also for racing games. You can't really have any input lag because those micro adjustments make all the difference. Didn't really have that here. Didn't really have that here. So just a lot of value, Really just an overall idea. This was a request. Someone wanted me to take a look at it. There it is. Go ahead and pick one up. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, do use those affiliate links. It helps out. If anything, it keeps the power on so we can keep the lights fully charged. Till next time, have that Steve-licious day.